just want to say a shout out to everyone who subscribed to this YouTube channel. Let's keep it going, posting daily content. Right, the next one is a shout out to my boy Hayes. He's the one who gave me this idea. He said to me, do a video on common myths. So let's go. The first one is cracking knuckles can cause arthritis. Arthritis is caused by a lack of calcium in your bones as you get older. This is why a lot of old people start to get arthritis. It doesn't actually matter if you crack your bones, crack your knuckles, do a little crack in your fingers. That does not cause arthritis. That's just your blood flowing and hitting your bones in a certain angle, which makes that sound. It doesn't actually cause arthritis. It's the same way people say playing video games can cause arthritis. It's not actually true. It's actually good for your fingers and your hand-eye coordination. So when it comes to the next one is that shaved hair only grows back thicker and darker. So as in when you cut your hair, it will grow back thicker and it will grow back darker. Now that is not true. Hair works by cutting it at an angle. Your hair is very pointy. So think about it like a triangle or like a pyramid or like something that's like sharp and tall. As you're cutting it horizontally, what will happen is the hair will look thicker by comparison. Like if you get a pyramid and you cut it horizontally, the base will look thicker and it will look thicker, but it's not actually thicker. Your hair doesn't actually change color by using a razor. It doesn't magically change color or magically get darker if you cut your hair. That's actually not true. And that's why people who wax or people who laser the hair is actually very different, because that means the hair follicle has been destroyed. It's not cut at an angle. The next one is that drinking a lot of water is always good. Drinking a lot of water is good for your body, but drinking too much water can cause your brain to swell, can cause your blood cells, especially your red blood cells and white blood cells, to swell up. So this is why they say even marathon runners, some of them have died because of drinking way too much water or water too fast. So you got to pace out water. Water is very good for your body and good for hydration, but drinking too much water can be a bad thing. The next one is when people say that kids have too much sugar and that's why they're all hyper. Kids, the sugar gives them a hyperactive state. It's not true. It's the artificial colors and sweeteners that are in the sugar. So when it comes to sugar, sugar is in an apple. You got natural sugars in a banana. You got natural sugars in sugar cane. That does not cause hyperactivity. It does not cause ADHD or anything like that. What it is artificial sweeteners and chemicals that are added to the sugar. So when kids say, oh, that they're hyper, if you give them a banana or they ate 2 apples that's full of natural sugars, they wouldn't be hyper. It's to do with the natural flavorings. So they see artificial flavorings actually cause hyperactiveness and actually cause these issues. It's a lot of the chemicals in the red 40, the yellow dyes, these kinds of things are actually banned in Europe. Like these chemicals are what caused the issue. The next one is that the Great Wall of China can be seen from the moon, seen from space. That's not true. The Great Wall of China is really big, and I've been to Asia. It's very, very long, but it can't be seen all the way from space. If you're sitting on the moon, you're not going to be able to see the Great Wall of China. That's also very incorrect. So just to repeat, like I said, the knuckles one, cracking the knuckles won't cause arthritis. Shaving your hair will not make it grow back thicker. We only use 10% of our brain is also incorrect. Like I said, when it comes to drinking water, that won't cause you to be safe. Drinking too much water can be an issue. The next one is that humans only have 5 senses. Now, people talk about sight, see, hearing, tasting, but no one forgets about balance. The human body has balance. The human body has temperature control. So temperature control works by being able to actually regulate your temperature. That's why you can get your hairs to stick up when you're cold, or you can get goosebumps or chicken skin when you're very cold, or you start to sweat automatically when you're hot and working out in the gym. Those are also your senses of your body telling you that you're too hot, so we're going to give you sweat to cool your body down, or you're too cold, so we're going to put your hairs up to keep you warm and insulated. It's the same reason why people in different countries can, survive in different climates. And we've got humans living all over the world, in cold countries and hot countries, in deserts, in jungles. We've got people living all over the world because of those senses. If humans didn't have those senses, we wouldn't be able to live in all these different types of climate. So those are just some of the common myths that people be saying. There's loads of other common myths I can go on to. I could do a part 2 of common myths, but these are just the basic ones. Just to repeat, like I said, humans have way more than 5 senses. I don't know why people just think of the 5 senses, but they don't think that also when you take substances, like when you drink, when you smoke and you get that nicotine buzz, that's a sense, like that's like your body sensing the nicotine. You understand? So these are the things that people don't really think about, or people think that with children, that children are hyperactive from sugars, but sugars is everything. There is natural sugars in literally everything. And there's so many buildings that you actually can see from space, but the Great Wall of China is not one of those ones. So, there's a lot of interesting things that people get wrong or people actually misuse. And these are just common myths that I found interesting. I can do a part 2 of common myths if you want a part 2, but make sure to like and comment on the video of any other common myths that you might know.